The wise goddess Athena offered this advice. Ares is indeed going to be upset by the loss of that serpent. He has this thing for serpents. Single-headed, double-headed, dunder-headed, it doesn't matter. He loves them all. And he really liked how the sun glistened off all those heads. But do you know what Ares likes almost as much as serpents? Big, big sanctuaries built just for him. He likes to conduct what he calls ambush practice in a sanctuary's twisting halls. But to most it seems like he's playing hide and seek. If you build a sanctuary for Ares, the god will be thrilled to have a new place to practice the art of war, and he'll forget all about the serpent. He'll even take some of the slain serpent's teeth, sow them in the earth, transforming them into fiercely powerful soldiers called Spartai. These soldiers will do your bidding and help to protect Thebes. Heed my advice, mortal, and...
Well, I wasn't going to say anything throughout that, because there was nothing I could have said to have made that better than it already was. It's hilarious. Like I say, the intros to ZEUS are almost immeasurably better than the ones for Pharaoh. That was just brilliant. It brought back memories of keeping up appearances. The bouquet residents, lady of the house speaking. I'd just say nothing I could have done to top that. Anyway, what we need to do this time around is 50 people in residence or better. That's going to be the longest thing, I think. A sanctuary to Ares. Big, big sanctuary. I thought you were going to say something else. And 30 sheaves of wheat. We're drowning in wheat and drowning in olive oil, so those should be fairly easy to tick off. One thing I must remember to do is turn the difficulty level down from Titan again. It seems to be stuck on Titan. My mistake. Made that mistake at the beginning of the campaign. That's going to probably just dog me throughout the whole of it now. But you live and learn. Anyway, off to build Ares a big sanctuary. I'm sure I think it didn't sound like that. The ancient goddess of wisdom. Or, Mrs. Bouquet. Or Mrs. Bucket. Is that a dating reference and also an extremely parochial one? Probably is. Anyway, to the city! And here we are back into the city where high employment's a problem. God, nothing but bad news as soon as I walk into the building. I'm going to get my bearings a bit because it's been a while since I played this. And whose fault is that, you may ask? So it is entirely mine. I said to myself, great, I'll be able to get like 3 or 4 videos out a week, I'm sure. Tops. Fine. It's been 2 weeks since the last video, and about a month since the last ZEUS one. So here we go, we're absolutely drowning in wheat. I mean, look at all this. Hold on a second. That's better. So presumably... No, I can set aside 25 jugs of olive oil. There's 22 in stock. I'm sure we could put some excess somewhere. What are you doing? You can take some wheat. I'm going to regret it as soon as I need some wine. You notice that the Hall of Hercules is gone. He's no longer bothered about the place. Fine, I'm not bothered about him. So much wheat. That's going to fill up in no time. May have gone a little bit overboard. Gone. Done. Sorted. Right, the sanctuary to Ares and 50 people in the residence or better. Like I said, that's probably going to be the one that's most difficult. Well, the lengthiest, because I've got to decide where to build it. Posh people housing. Could build it up here, actually. Keep it all in one place. There's also plenty of room over here. Although, guessing all the goods and services from one side of the city to the other, it's going to be a bit of a pain, I'm sure. If nothing else, it'll keep me from pausing the game by bringing the mouse cursor over to the edge of the map. One way of pausing the game without pressing the P button. the one that you'd never use. Oh, what's changed? I've got a way of making money now. Money's no object. Good. Got plenty of marble, plenty of sculptures. May as well get started with Ares Fortress. Nifty little thing. They do get a whole lot bigger than that. Might build it there actually. I don't see any reason why not. Needs access to a road. Done. Does needs artisan guilds. Which is a fine way of soaking up unemployment, of course. Looks a bit of a mess, but they're only temporary. Could also probably do with something to stop them all falling down. As soon as those goats move out of the way, or are they sheep? I can't tell at this distance. There. 40 slabs of wood. Only 2. Whoops. So Libya. Buy some wood from Libya. That'll do. How many do you need? Only 12. Let's not go overboard then. City needs more workers. That was fast. Like 6 months ago, he was saying that high unemployment was a problem. Where is everyone? I know they have. Well, if I build a bridge, like knock down that person's house, build a bridge out here. I mean, yes, it will require a bit of like dragging goods over, but it shouldn't be too much further. And then we put a nice big thing here. I don't know how to measure posh people housing, so I've just sort of guessed as if you couldn't tell. Stick a grand agora there with food, fleece, oil. Is that a fleece vendor? Arms and wine, because what's the better combination than that? The other one that's missing is a horse merchant, and I don't think we get those until quite a bit further into the campaign, so, you know, hold on to your hats. A nice big boulevard going around like that. B-E-A, beautiful. It's something I haven't heard since Jim Carrey was popular. For all I know, he still is. Right, have that there. That's for the posh people housing and the tax office. Now, unfortunately, we've got to destroy that stadium that everyone's enjoying and stick it over so only posh people can enjoy it. Because, you know, that's life. So though, posh people housing needs competitor access, whereas common housing doesn't. So, you know, bit of a shame. And the theatre, podium, tax collector, already got one, but I just wanted to make sure. First thing we built before even thinking of safety. Right, I think that's everything. We'll put some... This might be a bit big. Maybe the high appeal area. That's wonderfully high appeal. Why am I short by 90 employees? It's because there's room for 256 more, that's why. Too distant, my thoughts. Too lazy, more like. Nothing wrong with trawling all the way across the city. So you can... get wine, oil. It's going to be a busy man, this. Armour, you get some armour. Fleece. I would ordinarily do it in 2 lots, so one person gets the basic goods and the other gets the deluxe ones. But, you know, I've got a pace to maintain. It's also hard to get out of the habit of... So stock 50-50 of each. I don't think you need a multiplicity of food in this game like you do in Pharaoh, but I may as well. It's hard to get out of the habit of, like, trying to make sure everywhere has... like, that granary has house access. Well, fortunately, I think I've managed to save a couple of these. So we'll have a population monument there, which is very desirable, because I say so. There we go. And I'm out of money, so I'm not going to spend that just yet. Because of course I like wood, that's why. Where do we get bronze from? Because that's what I need for the armour. Lesson learned, of course, from the Pharaoh Let's Plays is get started on the monument early, because that's the thing that's going to take the longest. Good to hear it. Disappointing. What I might do is put a couple more drama schools and stuff like that around the corner. So they have, you know, they're a completely separate part of the city. Drama school there and a college there. Excellent. Oh, I might put a roadblock there so they're not wasting their time. So they got food, so that's the important stuff out of the way. There's some fleece. He is going to be very busy. A bit too busy, perhaps. Well, some people are just snobs. Look at that. Build them a nice city and they're still not happy. Oh yeah, I'd forgotten about the wolves. Gardens. More parks and gardens, I think. Oh yeah, that whole thing. Isn't somebody supposed to come along and put the fire out? Somebody? There he is. Nice work. Way! Won the Pythian Games, taking the crown of bay leaves. Lovely. Honour this achievement by building a commemorative monument. Will do. Well, what I might do as well is build a nice big fish pond where the Hall of Hercules used to be. Now nobody can complain about living in a grotty area because there's a fish pond. Thank you. Is he bringing them back one at a time? If it is, that's a tremendous waste of time. I can't grow that, and I can't grow grapes, and I can't mine bronze. I've got a feeling this is going to be quite expensive. Although I can smelt the bronze into something useful. Mount Pelion. Can anybody like gift me? No, nobody's going to gift me armor, but Mount Pelion might gift me the bronze. And what better place to have the weapons production than by the Temple of Ares? So let's put, I accept bronze, and we'll have a few armories. 2, 3. I'm not going to buy the stuff because that costs money. So, you know, I'm going to go begging up to Mount Pelion. Hi guys, can I have some bronze? Cheers. Time now, I think, for some more elite housing, which is very expensive. Look at that! Look at the cost, 300 each. And gets there quicker than trading it does as well. Well, you can't say up. Cheers. Oh, that's what I wanted. I won't say no to some sculptures. I didn't have to go begging for them after all. I just can't give them away. So many sculptures, and it only needed 2. Very nice. Thank you. It's very kind. 4 slabs of marble and 4 loads of wood. That was disappointingly easy, but I seem to remember that great big sanctuaries to Zeus that require 48 marble just to put down on the floor. Oh, look at that. That's the stuff. Incidentally, the Spartii have nothing to do with Spartans. I think it just means from the earth. Oh, look at that, I didn't even have to buy the wood. The game was just giving me stuff. Too kind. Right, no, really, too kind. Taking all the challenge out. And it wasn't Hercules that defeated the Hydra at Thebes. It was the founder of Thebes, a chap called Cadmus. You can tell I've been doing my homework. He founded Thebes by destroying a Hydra that was taking up the water supply. So he slew them, and with the teeth that he took out, it wasn't Athena that said it at the time, it was Cadmus again. Planted the teeth into the earth, and up came the Spartii, which represented each of the major houses of the city of Thebes. And then something happened, they fell out with Dionysus. The whole family tore itself apart. Earthquakes, destruction. I think that's history of Thebes. Oh, and the Oedipus at some point. All good stuff. Yeah, I'll take some wood. Oh, beautiful. The god of war is laughing with glee today, tickled by the fact that you have completed the sanctuary in his honour. He has sent a pair of companies of soldiers to defend the city in times of trouble. He has also granted you his dragon, who will smite down any enemies who happen to run across. Oh. And there it is. Lovely. Just wandering around the city, because, you know. Right, since we've still got a labour shortage, because these people refuse to live in houses any less desirable than, I don't know, some palace somewhere. We've got a couple of houses there.
Ares is shouting for joy over his latest.
That was fast.
And his Spartai stand guard over your city. With
well
Thebes
protected and
protected
entrusted
and in
to the hands of your prideful deputy, Oedipus.
It is time to set
Oedipus?
forth and expand the kingdom.
Oracle of
The
Delphi
Oracle of
recommends?
Delphi recommends establishing a city at Cydonia.
Cydonia.
Though she's hinted that fertile fields and great forests are not the only things to be found there.
Look, that's because fertile fields and great forests aren't to be found in Cydonia. Crete. It's rather a barren island until you get to the inland, because it's got like mountains around the side, like that catches the moisture in the air. So from the outside, it's quite barren and I'd say Greek-like, and then the inside, it's all like lush and quite un-Mediterranean. Anyway, that's a nice short video. That's novel for me. So what I might do is I'll end the video here with a big hurrah and it's like how wonderfully short it was. We don't get to see the posh housing because I can't go anywhere and it's just proceed. It's like marching me onwards. Anyway, yeah, I think we're off to a colony and then it's back over to the main city afterwards. So I will see you in Crete.